we were talking about, Dave, you now and then show us some interesting things in the chats. And I thought, wait, we need to share this with people. So now we bring you Cobb's Splendiferous Show and Tell. Aw, Dave, you look so good. I like you in that top hat. It's very
Thanks.
So cute.
It's very good.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, you're bringing some pure imagination.
Thank you. It's I imprinted on that movie and Gene Wilder fairly young, and I love that. So
it was
the comparison is very flattering.
Yeah,
Thank
it
you.
was somewhere between
he's
erasing an aspect of the neck and making sure there was no background on your beard that I thought I'm spending too long on this, but I was too far in, so it happened.
It's beautiful. It's a thing of beauty. We need to sell
Perfect.
T-shirts.
Yeah, that is a bobblehead actually. The rest of the body, weirdly enough. So
now I want a bobblehead. I don't want to screw a Funko Pop. I want a bobblehead of myself.
yeah, I want a bobblehead.
That'd be so
bobblehead
cool.
of Dave.
So the way this came about was, I mean, obviously I've shown these guys stuff, in a private chat occasionally, things from my sordid history in working in theme parks and such. But this segment came about because over the holiday break, Jason, my husband, and I had a marathon session of cleaning out some closets and at the house. It's stuff we've been meaning to do, some big purging, lots of stuff to Goodwill, lots of stuff that I'm tagging to sell on eBay. Not always like rare theme park collectibles or personal stuff, just in general, just getting rid of stuff. But invariably, I stumble across things from my collection that I forgot I had. And in this sense, we came up with a treasure trove of things, mostly photos, because I ended up finding a bunch of data CDs and zip drives. Remember those? I don't have a zip drive, so I have to get one to spelunk through those. But I found a couple of things that were marked MiB Photo Archive. And so I thought, oh, I have to look at these. But before we got to the photo archive, there was one physical thing in the closet that I forgot was there. So way we're doing this segment, for those who are watching, the rest of the rats have not seen these photos. I've posted links for them to look at, so they get to react to them the same time that y'all do. So let's go ahead and open that first one. And this first one is physical pieces of the MiB art director's model that were in the back of my closet. I kept this is the row of brownstones that are in that first big turn in the ride when after this crest spaceship.
Oh yeah.
And I saved these because I wanted to like pop out the windows and put in photos from my time on the project and use it like a funny photo frame on the wall. And I just never got around to it. It's
like a Men in Black advent calendar.
Advent calendar, right? Yeah. So this is a very rare piece of the model that's left. It was a very interesting model. Some of it's dimensional. A lot of it you can see are like color blow-ups from our color elevations, which was just a cost-saving measure. But these are models that are, I forget the scale of this, but it was what we informally call a head scale model, because it was built at such a height and there was no track, there was no floor where the track would go, so that you could literally sit in an office chair and drag yourself through the ride at head scale, so you would get all the right viewing angles. And it was how we would place targets.
And that's been done since like Pirates, at least. Like that's old
Pirates,
school.
yeah. If you see old footage from the old Disneyland TV series, they often have these head scale models. So that's what this was. There's not a lot of. I don't think there's much of this model left other than this. The Jay Picott, who is one of our architects on the project, he has a piece of it as well. He corrected me on Twitter or on Facebook because I posted this, and he's like, "No, I got one too." And he has the fish warehouse with the fish sign on top of it, which is right smack dab in the middle of the ride. So yeah, this is a piece of MiB history. Then I found this photo CD, and there was a lot on it, and it was just a backup of a photo dump of stuff during production. So go to the second photo.
Okay.
So the second photo, see, it says Project 13. That was the code name for the project while we were working on it. It was Project 13. And that is actually the ride vehicle. So that is a Cat in the Hat chassis, because if people don't know, the ride vehicle is derived from the Cat in the Hat. Same technology, same engineering, except for everything you sit on. All that's new. So that's a Cat in the Hat base, and with a new mock-up ride vehicle that's all made of plywood. So that's all just plywood bolted into place to give us our seating arrangement, and that's how we checked seating heights and where do the lap bars go, and and human interface stuff. Where do the game guns go? Where's the scoring element? All of that was done in plywood, and this is a very rare photo of that ride vehicle. And then go to pick 3. Then a lot of the CD had pictures like this, which were pictures of the figures before they went in. We documented, so a lot of photos were taken because they're given to maintenance.
Oh, sure.
For future reference, because they would get color swatches and paint swatches of everything, but then we'd take pictures of them with all the lights on, so they'd have reference of what the pictures look like or what the characters look like if anything ever needed to be repainted. So go to the 4th one. That's another one of my favorite aliens in the Times Square scene, the wanna buy a watch alien, as we call it. If you look, there's all these little watches inside his trench coat.
Yeah.
So two aliens in a trench coat. So yeah, just lots of fun photos like that. If you go to the
and that
photo,
one's like on set, right? That's the wanna buy a watch.
Yeah,
he's right there.
He's wanna buy a watch was in place, and then picture number 4 is the ambush alien. He's the one that this one is. It's if people have ridden it a number of times, they probably get this gag, but it's hard to see. Next time you go on the ride, don't shoot at it and watch what happens, because the back of his neck, if you look at it where it's green, if you see on the left, there's a little antenna sticking up. This alien was designed to look like those bugs that disguise themselves as something else, like the butterflies that look like big owl eyes and things. So when you come into this scene, he's folded over, and he looks like a tiny little helpless alien with his hands up. And if you listen to the soundtrack, he goes, please don't shoot me. And then he goes, Brunt, and he unfolds and says, 6 against 1, huh? And all the other aliens pop out of the trash cans and out of the boxes in the fish market and shoot at you. So it was like an ambush scene, and we wanted him to read as cute, don't shoot at me, at first. And it's such a fast gag, a lot of people don't get it the first time you ride. But it's one of those, again, a lot of thought went into what that alien is, and it's a very complex sort of, he's got 6 little arms with zappers that fold in, and he folds over, so he's like 2 different aliens. So this is a very rare shot of him, and the beautiful, beautiful sculpt, beautiful design.
Yeah.
So then we got to a bunch of photos. Don't open the next one yet. This takes a story.
Okay. Waiting on number 6.
So number 5. No, we're on 5.
Oh, 5.
Now.
Okay.
Right?
No.
We're on 5.
5 or 6?
We're on 5. So 5.
5. Okay.
So, oh no, sorry, 6.
6.
You're right.
Okay.
No, we're on 6.
We're on 6. Okay. Photo number 6. I have told this story many, many times, and I've never had photo evidence of it. I knew photos were taken, but I'd never had photo evidence of it until I found this damn CD that's been sitting in my closet for 24 years. Before the ride opened, about a month before it opened, we got a call from Universal Publicity that there was a celebrity and her family that wanted to come visit the ride, and even though it wasn't open, they wanted a tour. And it was none other than Whitney Houston and Bobby Brown and their kids.
What?
Yeah. So
Okay, now I have to open this photo.
Open number 6.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Dave.
There's first of all,
Dave, you're
first
the
of all, there's
bodyguard.
Baby, I'm the bodyguard. There's baby Dave, Torn, Bobby and Whitney and their kids around, and they were loving it. The kids were fascinated by it and a little scared because the aliens are all weird, but they're all frozen in time.
Right,
and not
that's
moving,
even
which is
creepier.
a little scarier,
Yeah.
even. Right, but they were loving it, and Whitney was very fun and animated, asking lots of questions, and and there was a photographer following her. It was obviously going to be used for publicity or something, which is why I expected to see these photos sometime, but never did. So this is a story I've told a million times. Go ahead to the next photo, number 7. This one's funny because it's taken through the windows of the break room in the queue, and you can see Whitney there, and I'm talking with my hands, telling her some kind of story, and then this last photo is great. It's them just looking all smiles and me talking to them, right? And she's looking amazing,
Good.
She was so charming. My funny story about her was after the whole tour. The photographer was like, would you like a picture with Miss Houston? And I'm like, oh, I would love one. And she waves me over and, puts her arm around me. And I just lean in very casually and I go, Miss Houston, I am such a big fan. And she is posed for the camera ready to go. But she leans over and goes, I say, I'm such a big fan of yours. She goes, I know, baby, I know. Pose. snap, photo taken. Like, that's the photo that wasn't on
Icon.
here. But I was like, I'm in mid-laugh, because what better response do you want from Whitney Houston than that?
Yeah.
She just get a little casual shade from Whitney Houston.
She knows her
She said it
audience.
with a laugh. She knows her audience. She's like, oh, this queen over here, come on.
Yeah.
So yeah, she was delightful. And then I think was that number 8? That was number.
Yes, that was number 8.
Yeah, that was number 8.
we just did number 8.
Great. So that's and then I think the last one, number 9. Oh yeah, this one's funny too. This is we actually activated one of the aliens for them, the one that's hidden in the taxi cab. So it was down when they walked around the corner. And I told them, when we come around the corner, wait for my signal. I'll hold my finger up and it'll pop open. And that's Bobby's actual reaction. He's like, whoa!
The way she's looking at him.
And look at
like,
her
come
looking at
on.
him too, like,
Yeah.
babe, it's
Like, be for real.
it's fake, babe. It's okay. So yeah,
Bobby,
that was
Bobby was one to react.
Bobby. And this is probably right in the middle of the TV show, right? Yeah, but this would be the right era, wasn't it? Like late 90s, early aughts, 2000.
I think so. Yeah.
Because I heard it. Bobby, come over here, Bobby. Like exactly like on the show. So, R.I.P. Whitney, you were amazing, and I'm very blessed to have these photos with you. I can't believe I finally found some evidence of this story that I've told for like 20 years.
That's great.
And then the last photo, this is just a little cherry on top. This is the production team, like day before we opened. We took a little commemorative photo. And notice I'm in a suit with my sunglasses and my neuralizer.
Well, now I'm not going to
'cause I
remember
had-
this.
It's sharp.
That sucks. I was excited.
So
That's the whole
Excited to remember. You're gonna neuralize me now.
the reason I'm in the suit there has a story as well, and there's a little prop I'm going to show you. That was also I found in this box of stuff. Was this thing right here? Which, if we have any British audience members, they're going to know what this is. This is what's called a Blue Peter badge.
That is
There
a
was
Blue Peter
show
badge. I haven't thought about it until you mentioned it. Absolutely.
So the reason I'm in a suit in that photo is that same day I did a day with the Blue Peter crew.
You were on Blue Peter?
I was on Blue Peter.
That's incredible.
Okay,
What's
we have
Blue
to
Peter?
we have to explain for Sarah.
Yeah.
Blue Peter is a kids show that's been on in the UK since like the 50s.
Forever.
And it's like a chat show and meet people from around the world and meet people at their jobs, kind of, kid talk show kind of fun,
okay.
right?
Yeah.
They called up and said, hey, we want to do a piece on the ride. Who can give us a tour? And they said, our creative director, Dave, can do it. Can he wear a Men in Black suit? And I'm like, oh, fuck yeah, I can. Are you kidding? So I wore a suit for the day. I have the videotape. I have never watched it because it's PAL.
Oh, come on. It's not that hard to get a PAL player.
Well, and then on top of that, the flip, it's a VHS tape. The flap on top broke. And I don't want to put it in a player for fear of so I need surgery of it being taken, the reels taken out and put into another tape.
Dave, I would like to
cassette.
inform you, you live in Los Angeles, California. It is where
I know.
was
it
just
is where
saying.
I know.
film gets restored. It's kind of the place for
I know,
it.
but what happened was it was in this box of stuff too. And it's like I had intended to do it like, I don't know, 2005, 2006. I'm like, I'm going to get this repaired and send it somewhere. And it just floated away and you forgot about it. So that will be for a future show and tell.
my
I'm going to
God.
get that.
That would be incredible.
My episode of Blue Peter, I'm going to get it digitized somewhere. And we'll
I don't
watch
think
it.
I've ever-
So yeah, this is one of the most proud things I've ever gotten.
Yeah, that's
as
incredible.
something at work. These are very rare.
So rare.
Like they're very rare. And I was told by them, next time you go to the UK, make sure you wear it wherever you go. And I did. And holy crap, I would get discounts. People say, hey, why don't you come and we'll give you a little tour, a little private tour of this secret area that nobody sees. Like I would go to museums and restaurants and things. And everybody knew what this was. And I got treated like, you have a Blue Peter pin? What? And on top of that, being American, they were like, what do you know of Blue Peter?
Yeah.
So this was a conversation starter when I went to the UK. This is one of my
That's
prized
so
possessions,
cool.
this pin.
That's amazing.
That's amazing.
Oh my God, it's like having a countdown tea kettle. I mean, like it's such a specific British thing.
Will you stop this foolishness?
What foolishness would you like to see?
Will you get out of here?